Hi there, welcome everybody. This video today, second video today actually, spur of the moment thing, comes to my mind. I come down and do a video. Done plenty of things today. Put a top coat on my bathroom ceiling, built a metal framed false wall, put a video, created a video, now I'm doing another one. This one is about understanding your arc of horizon and why and how it's come about. Every man has an arc of horizon. I've done plenty of videos on it mentioning the arc of horizon. It just goes to show how man is part of the earth, because the earth has a meridian from centre north all the way over to the south, an arc, 180 degree. So does man. Wherever he is on earth, he has this dome over him, where he's always 90 degrees to his zenith. And all light comes to him perpendicular off that arc. This is why the sun and all that never change sizes, never changes size. I stick with the sun because the sun just rotates from the centre. No, hang on, they all do, because they all have their layers in the arc. So over Earth, basically from the north, this is one side of Earth, right? The other side's over here, to the south. We have the layers, the atmospheric layers, the gaseous layers, the noble gas, they're inert, right? They don't mix, but they do transform through lightning. That's what I declare anyway. Because they start with the water, they go through these transformations to get right up to here to helios or hydrogen. Hydrogen's not a good noble gas, but helios. You get up to helios, and where it's recycled back down into the central vortex. And that's the Buford Gaia here and all the fresh water. It's all falling back down through here. It's all part of the central vortex. So we have these layers, right? And you'll have the moon down here in the lowest layer. Then you'll have the sun up here. You'll have Saturn, Mars, Jupiter, Venus and Mercury, and the moon will be down here. This is how you see all the planets. It doesn't matter where they are where you might imagine they are, or where science tells you they are only in these separated layers. The sun is always at the top, because this is basically you're looking through the light spectrum to see the bright white light of the sun. So you're basically seeing through all these to see the nice sun. And there's the moon. Obviously different sizes. The moon and the sun are the same. So you realise, from here to here, it's just nothing. Because it all comes from nothing in here. It comes from nothing. This is just all blown up into our realm to create our reality. What we perceive as a reality, perceive as a physical world. But that moon there, look, you've got the gap there, but that moon is the same size as the sun. Because the moon is the negative to the sun. It's the sun's shadow, basically. Just like the human has a shadow. I've done videos on that, won't go there today, but anyway. That's what we have over Earth. This is, every man is standing here at his 90 degrees to zenith. And all the light comes perpendicular off this arc to him. So this is why you have to understand man's arc of horizon. This is how he sees everything. So you place him around the flat earth, wherever, and he'll get that picture. Now, how and why is this coming about? Well, I've told you in the past that we are creatures of light to start with, so we are part of this ether. We're in the ether. Earth Earth is fixed and stationary. That's not going anywhere. You've got all the continents, earthly. They're fixed. But the field moves. We move in it. The wind, everything, we can move. So if we're moving, if the field's expanding out south, which it does in the flat earth design, then it's moving quicker, or you're bigger. It's bigger, so you're getting there quicker. It's like you've got a road from A to B, and you've got a little car and you're driving along. Well, what if there's a little car, so it's taking them a while to get there, right? Well, what if you had a big truck, you know? It's obviously going to get there quicker, isn't it? Well, that's the same thing as what's happening over the flat earth. And that's why they've created the illusion of the spinning ball, why the longitudes reduce in the southern field. It's because the field is expanded. Nothing shrunk, the field has expanded. Anyway, back to this. Why do we have this? Because I've also been telling you the central vortex coming out of the centre of the world above the Arctic where life is created, because down in here there's the plane of inertia. Basically a hyperbola, Borea, whatever. I mean, just like a magnet, a ring magnet. You get a pile of ring magnets. There's a place of rest in here. There actually. There's a place of rest. You drop something down there and you can balance it in there. It's just sitting there nicely. That's where Earth is created. That's Earth. And we're all from this. This is the black hole actually. That's the black hole. All the action is down here. And guess what? That's the Milky Way. Science tells you we're inside the Milky Way. We're inside the Milky Way, right? We're inside the black hole. The centre of the black hole. Well, Earth is the black hole, so you can be anywhere around that state of inertia, that fixed in place, fixed and stationary zone. So, let's say we're all in here. There's the vortex all around us, and right in the middle here is the place of inertia. Well, we live in a dual system. Everything's a dual system in this physical world of ours. We come from a singular system, but we come into that dual system to unite ourselves to become singular again. That's when you become a spiritual enlightened person. That's your meaning to life, and you've reached the goal. Now, there's your two halves. A man is always only seeing one half at a time, because this is daylight, day, and night. You can't see two at once. We have day, light, day and night, not night light, night day, day night. So basically, that's what you're looking at. You are looking at this because you're from in the hole. You're from inside here. You're in here. We're out of there. We've all been created within there. So no matter where you are around the earth, around the hole, you have your arc of horizon. How do I show that? I mean, you've got a 360 degrees visual on everything. You're here. And that's over the top of you. So at night time, well, it's just basically you're anywhere over here at night time, aren't you? But this is represented by Short bit of that actually. You're in there. It's actually this ring of fire. I just did in a previous video. This is the ring of fire around the perimeter of the black hole. Okay? That's what you're looking at. And this is this. This is the, you got the sun here. Well, not going to the specifics, but you basically got the sun. Oh, sun. And then you got the sun, and you got the moon at the opposite end. Now, this is the thing. In the physical world, it's opposite to the non-physical world. Creation is opposite of. I've mentioned that a lot of times. So that's what it is. And then, of course, you've got all the planets in between. Basically, pretty much like this thing here. There we go, like that, something like that. One of the first things I learned to draw when I was learning the trumpet when I was a kid. I was top of the class. But then I saw Louis Armstrong and I thought he had really big lips and I didn't want to end up having big lips, so I decided not to play it anymore. And look at this, the Analemma. It's all to do with music, it's notes, it's frequency. The moon shifts across the planets, across all the layers, every month and back again to play the tunes, because everything on Earth is based on frequencies. We all survive to frequencies. And this is why you don't mess around with you know, that 5G and stuff. You've got to know what you're talking about. You've got to know what you're doing if you start playing around with stuff like that. But basically that's it. That's the black hole in here. Black hole, and Earth. That's it. And then of course you've got the rest of the vortex, all the background stars. And then, on top of all that, a few of these things, you've got the Milky Way. Through here. Well, actually there's the sun, wherever the sun is. Put the sun over there. Because the sun's in the Milky Way. The sun's here. Oh, actually, well, there's the Milky Way through like that, isn't it? That's the Milky Way. It's right through like that, actually. Now, I'm not sure what you see up north in the way of the Milky Way, but you've got this overlay going on. So you've got the background stars here, and then you've got everything in the Milky Way. Well, this Milky Way gets splattered out in the southern hemisphere. And this is one of the reasons why people say, you know, the northern hemisphere stars aren't the same as the southern hemisphere. Well, you've got this overlay going on, but you go deep, you'll find, excuse me, the northern stars are parabolic images out to the south. Remember? Northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere. If you're not on the zenith, you'll get something that's here, will show up down here. Right back at Sigma Octantis direction. Polaris is back here. Sigma Octantis. What you've got in the northern hemisphere here will show up down here, right on your zenith, the meridian. But otherwise, if you haven't timed it right, Everything will eventually line up like this if they move around, because they're all synchronized. But you have to be at the right place at the right time to see it. Otherwise, that before or after, which way you want to go, that'll end up here, and that will end up there. Because as that's swinging around like that is swinging around like that. Because they're both moving this way, aren't they? That's there, it'll be swinging around like that. Got that? Pretty easy, really. Overlay. I realised that 2 years ago because I understand what the Egyptians have left us, you see. And when you go to Abydos, to get all the details now, but you show the hieroglyphs, the reliefs. People think they're spaceships or submarines or boats or whatever. They're all been overlaid. They start off with something, then get overlaid, and that overlaying is representing the two here, and it also is connected to the flowers, the papyrus and the lotus flower. There's a two system going on. That goes deep back into Egyptian knowledge, ancient knowledge. But there you have it, everyone. That's why you see your arc of horizon. These are all frequencies created around the black hole as it's spinning. It's like a speaker. You put vortex and water and put your ear down there, it's flipping loud. That's where all the frequencies of our existence come from. And Earth fixed and stationary, still, at peace, at rest. But the sun and that isn't, is it? They're always moving. Always moving. The sun, the whole thing moves with the sun. But the sun drifts ahead. Drifts ahead that little bit. That's moving through the stars. So it can move right around there. It laps the stars over the year. See, these all stars, these all stars out here. I guess there's some in here too. But of all these stars, they said that you see the star here, and the sun will lap it. Science tells you it's the other way around, but no, it's not. So you got that, and then that same system. So it does the lap over the year, and then finishes up a fraction ahead still. 1 degree every 4 years, is it? And that's the precession of the equinoxes, because you've got all your you must have all the constellations. They are here or in here, I can't remember now. They're there. It's moving to the constellations. They must be. Now this from there to there becomes a between the tropical gap. And some of you will be wondering, where's the stars on the north side or the south side? Well, that's showing you another perspective actually, but this here becomes the ecliptic plane in the tropics. So, off the top of my head, I can't just tell you how the northern and southern stars work in this picture here now, but it does work. What was I saying? Yeah, so you've got your all your constellations around here, but they're also on the inside. Well, there's only one picture, isn't there? The northern hemisphere picture. There's one main picture. It's all in the northern hemisphere here. All the fields like this, and what's in there is parabolically imaged out around the south. Okay? So you just picture this as the northern hemisphere, and then you've got your parabolic image out to the south. Okay, so you go right up to here, that's your Tropic of Cancer, and then Capricorn. And then guys say, hey, you know, it can't be Cancer and Capricorn now. But I don't think they know what they're talking about, because I'll show you. This is the action of the sun. This is the sun. How do I draw this? This is down and out. Down and out. Down and out. This is up and in. And in. Northern solstice. And this is the southern solstice. Got a knee on it? Can't remember. So the sun, but you can look at it like this. Each month is coming up and coming in to the centre. So it's down and out, it's going out like this, and it works like this. It's going out. And every time it's out, it's right out in Saturn. And as it comes back in, it's coming right back up into see how it works? Down and out, up and in. Down and out, up and in. So December, it's always December down here for the solstice. But where the sun goes, so does the ecliptic plane. So you could just draw a one side elevation like that, and the whole plane is leaning out like this, but it's all the way around, right? So if the sun's here 1 month, no artist am I, 1 month, another month is there, goes around the world, another month it's there, goes around the world, another month there. And that's how it works. This is declination, seasonal changes. They'll go around and wander all the way up. So there's the ecliptic plane, right? It goes with it. So you'll have, how does that work? That's the yearly constellations. It's going through the yearly constellations. The sun does it over the year, the moon does it during the month. So the sun out here is in Capricorn. So if it's out there in the ecliptic plane, then you're out there with Saturn, because Saturn's way out there. Moves all the way up. It's Capricorn, moves all the way up to Cancer. Because that's the ecliptic plane. That's the, it's in here, isn't it? There's Cancer, and there's Capricorn. And it's moving in and out of here. That's the ecliptic plane, so you can just draw it like this. Basically. That's how it works. It comes down and out. The Egyptians show us this in the wings of the bird, and it shows all the feathers, all different colours, because it's all based on frequencies. Hundreds of frequencies. Just like in music, you have all your notes. You got this note, you got this note, you got this note, you got this note, and you got these two notes, or these two. call them notes, whatever, if you link them together, sounds, frequencies. It's just like the planets. You've got all the different positions. You've got the moon phasing and where the sun is. And you've got that combination. Then you've got to allow for all those 5 planets. Where are they positioned? That's why there's so many different frequencies. Everybody's different because we're all created from those frequencies. This is why the zodiac is important. It's related to our birth. It comes right back to conception. Where all the planets were at your conception, for all the frequencies. They're all for signs. They don't do anything physically out here in our realm, but it all right back in here they do, because that's basically where we're from. We've just been exploded out here as an image. We've just been blown up. We're a big show. We're a big holographic projection. We're a movie coming from in here. So that's how the ecliptic plane works. It moves around with the seasonal change. Get that? It's like this. Down and out for the December, so it's always December, it's always Saturn. Up here, it's always Cancer. It's right back up the north, and it's always what? Always up and in. Up top's always Cancer. You're moving through the signs as you go. So, quite a bit of information there, but really it was about understanding your arc of horizon and why everything is seen in this arch, this arc. Even though it goes over us, because like I say, creation is different